Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Sun card. This is describing the illumination, the light, the clarity that you're receiving about the lessons you've learned over the past experiences of your life. This can include other lives if you believe in reincarnation. It doesn't need to be other lives you've lived. It can be the lives of those you admire, relatives, past or living, the lives of cultural or ancestral heroes, historical figures. Something in that thread is being illuminated for you. It's reminding you of your gifts and your power, and most importantly, about the joy that you experience being who you are. This is particularly relevant as this is occurring on the time of the full moon in Cancer. I believe this is the first full moon of the new year. And this is shedding light on your memories, your past memories, and the ways that your memory is filtered through those triggers, those unmet needs you experienced in your formative years. So this is something that you are getting in touch with intuitively more and more, letting in that wisdom. In the 10th house, this is a general reading, Leo. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And I pulled in your house of social identity, the way others see you, the High Priestess. This is particularly interesting given the information that I'm just sensing for you in general about the ability to see through time and space. This is one of the High Priestess gifts. It's why her wisdom is so internalized. It's so protected. It is something that she reads through her own reflection. The moon at her feet is emphasizing again that this is information that comes to you intuitively, that pierces through the veil of external experiences. So this is about what you've distilled from the experiences you've had in this life, what you've learned from them. It also reminds you that our memories are distorted, much as the moonlight distorts what we see, unlike sunlight. So we see these things through our own experiences, and a lot of times for many of us humans, there are things that we were not provided with that cause us to react in extreme ways to situations that look like situations where we were hurt. But the High Priestess is reflecting and gathering this wisdom that is leading you in the direction of your contribution to the world, the gift you have to offer. In the first house, the Two of Pentacles is describing, it seems like a decision that you've been weighing and juggling for quite a long time. And in a deeper way, you may be looking to integrate these many lessons and resources that you've earned into the possibilities for moving forward in the way that you're directing yourself. At another level, you have been having difficulty making a decision about something that feels like you have more than one choice or option moving forward, and you can't quite commit to one or the other. And that in and of itself is taking a lot of energy, this kind of constant juggling and constant sense of not knowing what you should be investing your time in, what you should be preparing yourself for, what's going to come at you, feeling like you're not really prepared for what it is you're doing, but unsure as to whether this is the thing to invest in. So that's the energy I'm getting from you, for you right now. In the fourth house, the Hermit card. This is your foundation. Interestingly, this is the second card that indicates the preciousness of your solitude, the preciousness of the whatever ritual practice you use to gain silence within, to seek answers within yourself, to establish the authority to be who you are. As you've grown, you are reseeking the grounding from which you act with authority, the right to be who you are. This is almost like justifying for yourself why you are where you're at and doing what you're doing. And in many ways, this is against the social or conventional wisdom that you may have received through experiences in the past that have sought to, in many ways, squelch your natural sense of authenticity in order to groom you to a mold that suits their expectations or needs. There's, because of the powerful radiance and energy you give off, others have attempted to groom that in a way that will suit or advance them. And you're really pulling back from that very consciously and really trying to look for that place within you that will direct you more authentically to pursue your own goals and passions, to fill your own needs. In the seventh house of your significant others, we have the Seven of Pentacles. You might be dating. You might be at a standstill in an existing relationship, or whatever your relationship status is. You're kind of at a stasis. You may be surveying possibilities that are available to you, but overall, you're evaluating the way that you have invested in your relationships. You're understanding that you actually have made some gains, have had some productive relationships, significant relationships, but you also realize that you've been working a little too hard for what you're getting. And there's a way in which you're trying to strategize the way that you choose opportunities, relationships, so that you can relax into who you are and not be striving so hard to achieve something in your relationship, to gain something in your relationship. You're trying not to be the trophy in a relationship, and this is regardless of gender. It works the same for everyone. You're really looking to a way that you can choose that opportunity or that relationship that will work with you to build something greater. But you now understand that you're on your path. I hope this reading is resonating for you, Leo. If so, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel so inclined, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've chosen the humor card. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I like this because there's a relationship story I'm sensing from this. There's one in which you are pulling back from an old image or projection that was customary for you, and you are actually attempting to relax into who you actually are, the things that bring you joy, the things that lighten you up. And being a Leo, the sun being your ruler, you are about sharing that warmth of love, enthusiasm, fun with others. And the impact you have on others is something that you want to encourage and amp up in your life. So as much as this can seem superficial to some, this is not. This is about lightening up your approach you take to everything in your life. Finding some humor, not taking yourself so seriously. And I think you're ready for that. You've learned a lot and you have sufficiently humbled yourself in a way that lets you be more playful in your approach. I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles in the first house with the Two of Swords. Interesting. So this indecision that I sense, this difficulty making a decision or choosing something, is really motivated more by uh, a little bit of fear, a fear that when you choose something, you're going to be leaving something else behind, that you'll be replacing something that looked good on the outside with something that doesn't look as good, as sexy, or as fun as what you may be choosing. I feel as though you're needing more information about what it is you want to pursue because there's some training or education attached to it in a way that makes you a bit gun shy, makes you wary, makes you a little bit exhausted. But I think you already know the direction that is right for you. And that's one of the reasons this indecision is weighing so heavily on you, because you kind of know the path that's right. But for some reason you feel held back. And I do think it's because of the way others see you. And they see you in a way that either makes you want to move towards in that direction or it makes you want to pull back. I think you have a bit of a imposter syndrome here, not feeling like you're really all that other people think you are. And that you are afraid of exposing that or being exposed as a fraud in some way, or that you simply don't care enough to pursue something that you think there's a shortcut there for you. You're looking for a shortcut. In the Hermit, the fourth house, the Hermit card is clarified by the Knight of Wands. One area where you are excelling and you are particularly moved is through your own practice, your own meditative healing, prayer, journaling practice. Whatever helps you to find that stillness, this is what inspires you. And this, in fact, may be the direction that you're contemplating, one that is completely opposite. It may be not public. It may be not performative. It may be not social in a way that others expect you to be, or where you, in fact, know that you have some talents and gifts, but this may be pulling you in another direction to seek more training, more development around your own personal spiritual gifts. In the seventh house of significant others, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands. And here I do see that there is some disagreement, perhaps between you and a partner, or you work or are in a relationship that is very contentious. This can be just family overall. This can be a work environment. But there is a sense that you're tired of fighting. You're tired of arguing. Whatever gifts you may have in working with others, you are exhausted by the sense of having to help others when you feel that you yourself need help and support. And in the 10th house, the High Priestess is clarified by the Page of Swords. This is really underlining the idea that whatever wisdom you are gaining and reflecting upon in your own particular way with regards to the direction of your life, the contribution you want to make, you're really at a place where you don't know which way is best. You understand that you need more information. You need to observe, take notes, watch the environment you're in and the people around you that seem to have their handle on what's going on. You may be a mentee to someone who is very powerful, very wise, and who I do believe wants what's best for you. The subtle challenge may be, do they simply want me to do what they would like me to do? Or are they really supporting me to do what I want to do? Will they really help and support me to do that? So I see you at a very interesting place where despite the uh, the energy to lighten up, to be more fun, to relax more into your own space, to enjoy the illumination, the gifts, the qualities of uh, illumination and enlightenment that you bring to others. There is a deep sense of realizing that you are at the beginning, you really are not sure, you're really unclear, and that you have to release to your ancestors, to your higher energies in order to be guided, to allow yourself to be guided. And the beautiful thing about this is that there is power in understanding the limits of your knowledge. That is incredible power. And so, as frustrating as this may seem, you actually are displaying a phenomenal emotional intelligence, emotional wisdom by acknowledging that to yourself. You don't have to acknowledge it to anyone. I'm going to finish up this reading with a glyph oracle card that is new for me. And it's just, they're so new and so stiff. And I pulled the key card, and the key word is freedom. I don't know if you can see these very subtle and very beautiful cards. I do believe that the key is the sense of personal limitation, understanding that despite superficial evidence of your love and heart power, your joy and exuberance with life, that your clarity is limited, your knowledge is limited, and that in fact is the key to putting you on the path of actually moving in a direction that's going to benefit you and benefit the world. You have so much to give. I hope this has been helpful, Leo. Until next time, namaste.